Get, See, Use 360-degree insight with LogLogic. Database Security Manager. IT data is everywhere. It's the audit logs, the system records, the network flow data, user directories, asset databases, activity reports, and hundreds of other unstructured records of human and machine activity on your IT systems. It's also in the structured, centralized, and organized corporate database. Who accesses this data, how, and what changes they're making are all important facts that need to be included when you strive for greater security or compliance adherence. LogLogic Database Security Manager uses all of this data to enrich our 360-degree insight solution. Database Security Manager has two main focal points. It provides enhanced database security and greater insight into user activity. Security is enhanced by the use of a vulnerability scanner that checks your multiple databases against a live list of known attacks, configuration errors, and software flaws. When known flaws are detected, we offer the ability to virtually patch your database without having to undergo the painful task of taking your corporate data store offline for hours. Controlling the applications and users that access your data is just as important, if not more so. We offer the ability to monitor and stop, based on policy, all data access or change, regardless of whether it's from an internal threat, a rogue application, or an unwelcome outsider. By using Database Security Manager to get a more complete view of your IT systems, you can better enforce security policies and comply with regulatory requirements such as PCI, HIPAA, or FISMA. All of this is available as either a plug-and-play appliance or as software for Windows and Linux, fully integrated as part of our Get, See, Use architecture. Databases hold most of your valuable data, and yet they remain one of the least protected parts of the business. Traditional border security is inadequate against attacks that take advantage of database-specific vulnerabilities and offer little or no protection from insider abuse, especially when dealing with privileged users who are not only inside the perimeter, but also capable of circumventing application-level security. To further complicate the picture, most IT departments don't install the latest database security patches because they necessitate unscheduled downtime and complex regression testing. Using traditional logging or database auditing, you'll have a record of breaches. But for true compliance and protection and best practice, you need to stop the bad things before they happen. LogLogic Database Security Manager is the solution to all of these problems. We ship Database Security Manager as either a fully hardened Linux appliance, the DS1020, or as software that works on Windows or Linux, the DSM server. This choice gives you the option of rapid installation plug-and-play convenience, or the flexibility of your default operating system on hardware from your standard supplier. Additionally, Database Security Manager includes a software agent that is specific to your database vendor. Whichever package you decide is right for you, at their core, they're both the same. DSM is our way of seeing into the database and effecting change without causing you to incur unnecessary overhead or to bounce your database. The architecture efficiently supports remote sensors in the cloud over WAN connections by minimizing and compressing traffic between the agents and the server. The agent has a minimal effect on performance and has no impact on database I/O. Our virtual patching technology significantly reduces the risk of database intrusion and data theft, and offers real-time data protection against exploits of known vulnerabilities, such as SQL injection and buffer overflow attacks. By creating a security layer around the database, we shield the database without requiring downtime or application testing, and without being vulnerable to internal threats. By monitoring database actions and matching them against rules that detect known exploits and vulnerabilities, virtual patching can trigger alerts, and suspicious sessions can be automatically terminated. The agent also gives us the ability to record the values of critical data before and after a user modified them. And according to policy, we can actually stop the modification if we suspect something is wrong. Like everything in our 360-degree Insight architecture, we excel when it comes to scale. To increase the efficiency of your IT department and to make the cost of ownership of Database Security Manager significantly lower than our competition, we've included features that automatically discover databases on your networks, locate and identify tables containing restricted information such as passwords, credit card details, and PII. We report on the current version, patch level, and known vulnerabilities for each system, including evaluation against the CIS benchmark hardening standard, and perform checks of operating system configurations, check password vulnerabilities, including password strength, use of shared accounts or passwords, and embedded passwords within applications. We also detect changed database objects and alert on modifications to privileges and user tables. We do all of this for the traditional deployments, and of course, your VMware deployments. We pass all this knowledge on to our IT data warehouse, where it is indexed, normalized, enriched, and made available to all of our analytic engines for security, compliance, or IT operational reasons. The DSM features a host-based agent that resides in memory for full auditing and control of RDBMS activity without any interruptions or costly overhead. A very granular user-defined policy sets tight control over who, how, and when certain data is accessed or changed. Our virtual patching option allows you to improve security automatically without the need for database updates and closes the exploit window between versions of patch upgrades. The vulnerability scanning optional feature improves security by scanning for known configuration errors and exploits on existing databases, and we also offer remedy suggestions where available. We are VMware ready, extending control to you even among your VMware-enabled databases. Database Security Manager by LogLogic is a key part of the Universal Collection Framework and allows you to reliably protect your structured database data from outsiders and inside threats. LogLogic Database Security Manager. Alert, report, feel confident in the security of your data.